what are your favorite ones?
For me, this is a little different, right? So this is more of a radio personality, but he got driven to Twitch and YouTube because of his outlandish behavior. I shouldn't say behavior. I should say like the things that he was involved with are so crazy. Like it was too much for radio. And so this is a guy named Bubba the Love Sponge, and he's down in Tampa, and he's from what I think Warsaw, Indiana, originally. He spent time with Howard Stern on that show, and
Okay.
kind of learned under Howard. Became really good friends with Howard Stern, and but he moved to Tampa. He's a shock jock, right? So everything he
Yeah.
did is really. But he's such a dude's dude. But he was always pressing everything. So I moved to Tampa in 2011. So when I got there, he was on in the mornings, and it was phenomenal. I was like, this dude's great. Like he's just talking, he's got crazy guests on. He's good, great friends with Hulk Hogan, and he's just out there doing crazy stuff. And then there was this guy in the afternoon named Mike Calta. They called him Cowhead. And it was like, man, I love this Tampa radio from morning drive to afternoon drive. It was great. But then this radio war started happening between the afternoon guy and Bubba. And Bubba like had somehow like in his video footage in his house, he let Hulk Hogan have sex with his wife, and it was recorded. And then the dude in the afternoon stole that information and then published it. That was that Hulk Hogan sex tape. And so Hulk Hogan ends up making $100 million. Bubba gets run out of the radio, like because they thought he did it. And it's like, come to find out, it took like 2 years to investigate this. It was the afternoon guy, but the afternoon guy got the morning job, took over, and then Bubba like doubled down and got another show, and then got found guilty like tampering with like Nielsen ratings. He was paying a guy to to listen to the show more, and like they ran him completely out of radio. Man, it was like I feel terrible for the cat. I mean, it was because he's such a dude's dude, and his show is so good and he's so intriguing. It's like the guy you want to root for, and you're like. But I had to find him on Twitch in the weirdest places, to like listen to him. But now he's back on radio. I listened to him on Florida Man Radio, and there's multiple. There's Tampa, I think there's Orlando, there's Fort Walton, and luckily I can listen to 103.1 in Fort Walton. I can hear Bubba every morning. So he's building back. But dude, he is like, I mean, like I said, Hulk got 100 million. Bubba got ran out of radio and broke. He lost everything. But dude, you can't help but love this guy. You know what I mean? He's just so entertaining. He's so good. He's so real. But dude, he can't get out of him. He can't get out of his own way. You know what I mean? So it makes you relate with him. Like sometimes you think like how close in life you come to like everything. Oh gosh, everything could just fall apart. And like he does it on radio, but you got to listen to him and you got to search him out a little bit to find him these days. But hey, Howard Stern, I mean, has been to like 2 weddings in his life. One of them was Bubba's wedding. He's got 2 pieces of artwork hanging on his wall, and one of them's Bubba's. He painted an abstract art for him. So, I mean, the cat is highly talented. He's just self-destructive. You know what I mean? But I still like him. I actually like him because of those reasons. So, to me, he's like my number one guy that I'd seek out. Like if tomorrow he ended up back in obscurity, and I had to find him on some weird channel, I'm going to listen to him still. So that's my number one guy in the radio business and the like entertainment industry of putting out content. It's Bubba the Love Sponge.
You had sent me some of that Bubba Love Sponge stuff before, and told me a little bit about him. Checked him out. Dude is nuts. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. But very entertaining, sharp as a tack, like you say. Just, I mean, that dude's he's everywhere. So absolutely, I could get more into that.
Yeah, no, he's oddly entertaining and he's oddly addictive.
I would highly encourage anybody who has a death wish and wants to hear some crazy stuff. I mean that in a good way. Like, I mean, if you just want to hear somebody's life and stories that have just derailed, go to, I mean, Your name's Bubba Love Sponge. Bubba the Love Sponge, or is it
Bubba the
Bubba
Love.
Loves?
Yeah, he's legally has changed his name to Bubba the Love Sponge. His real name I think was Todd Clem, and
Oh, that sucked. I mean, yeah, he had to
yeah,
change that.
he's not a fan of his dad, and so anyway, he changed his name to Bubba the Love Sponge. That's his legal name. His driver's license says it. So that's kind of who he is.